You know it's bad when you're doing a show with two other gentlemen and you're not the oldest one in the group, but you're still having to babysit these two.
I'm the youngest,
Well,
so...
Welcome to Week 14's preview.
Are we going?
Yes, we're going.
All right.
See the little red light is working. There's not one I was doing.
I don't know. I was looking for it.
Let's start with the Thursday night game, guys, shall we? Let's get back on topic. Denver at Oakland.
Comments. Oh.
Denver at Oakland. Hey, Oakland could lose this game.
Really?
I'm picking the Broncos.
Who's going Denver?
Yeah.
What do you think, Bryce?
I'm going to go with the upset and say tie. No, I'm going to go with Denver. Why would anybody pick anybody but Denver at this point in the season?
Stuck on the tie thing.
There's going to be another one.
I doubt it.
2 ties in one season?
It has happened back in 1964.
That would be crazy.
I looked it up when the 49ers almost tied last week.
Starting Sunday in the afternoon. Sunday, 1 o'clock, Dallas at Cincinnati.
Cincinnati's on a 4-game winning
Cincinnati,
streak.
they're one of the
They're
hottest
making 5.
teams in the NFL right now.
They're
They're doing
gonna
really
beat the
good, and the Cowboys are one of the... I still don't know the identity of the Cowboys.
Let's
We're
just talk
week
about this
14.
game real quick too, because Cincinnati's offense has been pretty stout lately. It's been solid.
Yeah.
I mean, AJ Green's been on fire, and so is Andy Dalton.
Yep.
But your defense isn't awful.
No, our defense is very capable of stopping this offensive attack.
Anything else?
You
You just gotta go back and forth.
Yeah, I'm just listening. I'm just listening. Cincinnati's going to win.
If you look at the games we've lost is not because of the defense. Our defense has played well throughout the whole year. It's always the offensive errors. I mean, it's always the offensive line getting false start or holding penalty. It's turning the ball over. It's somebody not running the right route. It's our special teams not being on the same page. It's always our offense or special teams.
Who you got? Bates.
Cowboys.
I'm gonna go with the Cowboys too. I really do think. Bryce, get back on camera, dude.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to tell him I go when y'all were talking like, dude, get in the picture.
That's my bad.
St. Louis at Buffalo. I've got St. Louis in this game. I
Who
don't
gives
think
a crap?
You know what? I'm picking the Bills.
Are you really?
Yes, because last time that they tied with us, I picked against the Rams and they lost.
Good answer.
I'm going to take the St. Louis Bills.
There you go.
Kansas City coming off their second win of the season, facing off against the Browns in Cleveland.
Another snoozer.
Any analysis?
I'm going to go with the Browns. I think Trent Richardson has a day against the Kansas City Chiefs. They're just a train wreck of a
They're lacking in linebackers.
Too soon. Way too soon.
They are. They're.
God, we need our legal team now.
Yeah. They're. I think their depth out has been.
Stop.
What?
Just stop.
What?
Browns, man.
Their depth.
Browns win. Okay, let's move on. Philadelphia at Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Okay. Tennessee at Indy.
Indy. I mean, these games are the boring ones.
You have to ask me. Do you have? You know my man
He is
crush.
married to Andrew Luck.
I am. Andrew Luck. I would.
The bad thing is, if he's married to Andrew Luck, his poor fiance of a baby mama is sitting at home, waiting for. waiting for
quarterback of my team, man. I gotta be
a wedding. The Jets, who actually pulled out a victory last week, are still there. Rex Ryan has still yet to name a quarterback. And granted, it's Tuesday, guys. If you're watching this, he's still yet to name a quarterback, whether it be Sanchez or Tebow or Greg McElroy. Who do you think?
Greg McElroy? He won a game.
Huh.
He didn't throw 3 interceptions.
And who are they going against?
Jacksonville.
It doesn't matter who he names. They'll beat him.
I agree with that assessment. Jacksonville's a train wreck. Chad Henne is a not great quarterback.
Can you blame a lot of Jacksonville's failures on their head coach, who's a rookie head coach?
I think
blame it on the team.
Yeah, there's
The
no
team
talent.
is sorry.
That offensive line is atrocious. They are monumentally bad.
When you name the quarterback, people say who?
Who?
Exactly.
Is a joke.
He is.
I agree.
So you guys got the Jets in this game.
We have the Jets, Jets.
We have a new
Jets.
fireman Ed.
Jets.
Baltimore's facing off after a big loss in Pittsburgh last week against the Redskins, who
Red Hot Redskins
are now a game out of first place in the NFC East.
just beat the defending
Wasn't
Super Bowl
Pittsburgh
champions.
in Baltimore?
Pittsburgh.
They beat
Yes,
Baltimore,
we're
yeah.
in Baltimore. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they're not going to be able to go to Washington and beat Washington. They couldn't beat Pittsburgh's third string quarterback.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I think RG3 has this team on
Way
the right
better
track.
than Charlie Batch. And not to mention Suggs is out now for the rest of the year.
Ike Taylor's out for the rest of the year.
Is Ray Lewis back yet?
No, he's out for the season.
Do they have a defense? Who's left on that defense?
The Loganata. I mean, that's about it. RG3's gonna have a field day. Charlie Batch had a good game, and that's Charlie Batch.
Yeah.
RG3 is a much better quarterback. They're not going to go into Washington and win if they can't win at home against the Steelers, who have their third string quarterback. I see the Redskins winning this, and I think they will take the number one spot. I think they'll be tied for the number one spot in the NFC East after this weekend.
You think the Giants going to lose? We'll get to that in a second.
San Diego at Pittsburgh. Look at you doing the hosting
Took his
capabilities.
spot.
I know it.
14 weeks into the season, he's thinking
It's
like
not
he's
gonna
an old
happen.
pro.
Not going to happen.
San Diego at Pittsburgh.
Oh, speaking of third string, oh no, Ben might be playing, huh?
Ben is reported to have started throwing yesterday. The early reports are it looks like he will start against the San Diego.
And they're going against the Chargers.
Yeah, the helpless
Steelers.
Chargers.
Atlanta is going into Carolina. The Falcons are going into Carolina.
Carolina's a train wreck.
Yeah.
This was a close game earlier in this season. I think it was a 30-28 final score.
Yes.
Falcons are better.
You think they're better?
I don't think they're better.
I
They're the
think they've
same.
improved.
They're the same, but the Panthers have gotten worse.
Could have got much worse, but they managed to do it.
Chicago at Minnesota. I think this game
Wow.
is real big for the
Division.
NFC North division because if you're looking at it, well,
And Detroit's it's big. for
Detroit's out
Chicago.
of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're still waiting. Basically, it's going to be right now. In my opinion, it's a two-team race between Chicago and Green Bay. I don't think. I think earlier in the season we might have had Minnesota actually fighting for a
I think
spot.
they're too far back now.
I do
It's
too.
not enough,
They might be looking at a playoff. I mean, a wild card.
Possibly. I think this is a bigger issue for the Bears in this
It
game.
is.
I think they're looking to A, take care of the NFC North, and B, try to get the second seed in the NFC because they're not going to get the first seed. The Falcons have
Yeah,
that
that's
locked
theirs,
up.
yeah.
They're going to look to get that second seed in that first round bye in the playoffs.
However, the good thing about being a little bit far back but still being a good team is you can play spoiler for people in your division, especially.
Very true.
And the way that the hatred between Minnesota and Chicago.
I see Minnesota playing in this game.
I see Chicago winning this.
The guy Urlacher probably going to be out. With
He's out.
Peterson's going, and then you got Peterson's going to run all over him.
I think.
Who has a better quarterback?
Doesn't really? You can't compare them two.
I'm just saying.
Jay Cutler, really?
Quarterback league.
Come on.
Wait,
Jay Cutler is not
wait.
better than
I'm
Connor.
actually interested in hearing your assessment of this. Who has the better quarterback?
Yeah,
Because
I-
let's just
Have you
hold
seen?
on a second. For 13 weeks,
I still
Bryce
hate him.
has hated Jay Cutler.
Yeah.
Still hate
Hated because he says he is an
He's not
awful
better than
quarterback. He is
Look at
just
Honda.
he is
Honda's
just
the past few
terrible.
weeks.
Who's
And
he
then
got to
look
throw
at-
to?
And then listen to him now. He's backtracking now.
He's got Brandon Marshall to throw to. Brandon Marshall is having a career number a year. He's doing terrific. And for some reason, that offense just works when Jay Cutler's in there. I don't understand it because he sucks and I hate him as a human being.
Well,
But he's a better quarterback than Christian Ponder.
So who you got? Bears?
Bears.
I got Vikings.
I'm going Vikings.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to lose.
Miami at San Francisco. This
Yeah.
game is
Kaepernick is starting. It's already been said. Yes,
Yes.
said it. Yeah.
okay.
I think we should put Smith back out there. Me personally,
I think it's the smartest thing
Kaepernick.
Harbaugh could have done is to keep Kaepernick in it.
I agree.
He's got the hot hand.
I didn't agree
Alex
with playing
Smith.
Kaepernick in the
Alex
Saints
Smith.
game.
Let's think about this, okay? Your offensive line is good at times, but it also allows a lot of pass rush. Okay. Alex Smith is more of a game manager, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Kaepernick can actually move around out of the pocket
He can.
and make plays,
Uh-huh.
correct? So why
Didn't
not
do much
keep
this
that?
past weekend.
Well, no, but he was going up against a decent team in
Rams.
your division that you tied.
49ers
know.
win this. It's really hard to go East Coast to West Coast.
Yeah, I agree. 49ers going to win. I'm never going to count my 49ers out. I think Smith's.
I got 49ers as well.
Smith's
Let's talk about the Saints at New York. This
Yeah,
game
Saints
is
are winners.
really. Do you really think Saints
You really
are
think
gonna win?
Saints going to beat Giants in New York? You hope. Yeah, no.
Bryce is making his picks just in hopes and
Just
prayers.
solely, I'm just throwing him out there just so we can get a playoff berth because, hey, once you get in the playoff, all bets are off. You're
Yeah,
a team.
I
You,
agree.
you know what? And the great thing is I don't mind picking the Saints. I would actually root for the Saints in this game because trying to knock out.
Remember,
Would you let me
Giants
finish?
not in the playoffs.
Trying to knock
Oh,
the Giants out.
sour
Yeah,
milk?
yeah,
Yeah.
sour milk, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying
I
to knock
don't
the
like
Giants out of the
either.
playoff contention? Why not?
I would never root for the Redskins
well-
or the Giants ever.
Yeah, I agree. I can't root for the Seahawks or the Cardinals.
I've got the Saints in this game.
I'm taking Giants.
Who do you got? Saints.
Yeah, screw up my mojo.
I can't, dude.
Arizona is
Yeah.
facing off against Seattle. I think it's going to be 9 games in a row for Seattle
I think
or
it's
Arizona losing.
Yeah.
This is gonna be a snooze fest.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson throws all over. I mean, it just goes all over everything.
All over.
All over.
I'm not sure how you mean all. Never mind.
In every orifice of the Seahawks.
The Sunday night game.
Everywhere.
The Sunday night game is Detroit at Green Bay. This game is a division game. It's not going to matter much. I think Green Bay's going to tear Detroit.
I
a new one.
100% agree with you. Green Bay is going to win this. Robo Rodgers, like I said, is back and they will win the NFC one.
But granted, I wouldn't mind seeing Detroit win this game. I just knock the Packers out. I mean, think about it. The last 2 times the Falcons have lost in the playoffs has been against the Giants and the Packers.
Sour milk?
Yeah.
I'm okay with sour milk right now.
Sour milk.
He's got to go back quite a few distance.
Yeah.
Picking on teams that's not
But
going to
let's
How-
be
how
fair.
many we-
Let's
see.
be fair. For the past
You hate the
3
Broncos?
times, the last 3 times the Falcons have made the playoffs, they lost to the Arizona Cardinals, who went to the Super Bowl. Right? They lost to the Packers, who won the Super Bowl.
Yep.
They lost to the Giants, who won the Super Bowl.
You know
so
what I see?
can't really
You know what I
complain.
see that's the same in all 3 of those games? The Falcons lost all 3 of
That's
them.
fire, too.
And a really good matchup Monday night, Houston at New England.
We will find out who the number 1 team in the AFC is in this game.
Well, you already said the
I'm
number
saying
2.
Houston.
Whoever
is-
wins this game is number 1, and the Broncos are number 2. And whoever loses this game is number 3.
Interesting. Who you got in the game?
I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Why?
Because I've seen the Houston Texans play close games against lesser opponents, and I have seen the Patriots go through diversity with not having Gronkowski and still put up big numbers and keep on going and keep that Tom Brady and Bill Belichick train going.
You look like you disagree.
Oh yeah. I mean, the Patriots aren't as good as a team as Texans are.
Okay.
They're not,
But why are the Houston Texans going to win though?
because they've got a better offense and a better defense. Their defense is good enough to stop that Tom Brady to whoever he wants to throw it to. Their offense will run all over that sorry Patriot defense.
Couldn't stop Blaine Gabbert a few weeks ago.
Did they win?
They went overtime.
That's all that matters. A W. W, buddy.
Listen to the guy that had a tie. Ties are like
Yes, W is all that matters. Tie sucks. Tie means you were second place
Doesn't
loser.
do anything. Yeah, that's
So you got the Patriots.
Yep.
You got Houston.
Texans.
I'm going to take the Patriots at home on Monday night. I think Patriots and Belichick are just too hot, especially in December.
Quick question now we're done with the game. Who wins the Super Bowl this year? Other picks. 4 weeks out of the playoffs. Who wins the Super Bowl?
Can we say who goes to the Super Bowl?
wins
with
it?
that?
Who wins it? I'm not taking my fan hat off. That's all I'm gonna say.
You really think the Niners are going to
49ers,
win?
I sure do. Until proven differently. We can beat any team, but then again, any team could beat us.
I swear,
It's
Bryce.
NFL.
Bryce, I swear to God, if you say the Dallas Cowboys, I'm going to hurt you.
Who's your team? Who you got, Billy? Who you think's gonna win the Super Bowl?
He got to go with the Falcons. He's a fan, and that's and in all reality, that's a good team.
Houston.
Houston.
No,
Houston.
I'm going Broncos.
no,
That's not a bad
The
pick
Broncos
either.
are the hottest team in the NFL
That
right
is
now.
not a
Peyton
bad
Manning has
pick.
had that offense clicking. I told you the second half of the season when Peyton Manning gets on the same page with those wide receivers, they're going to be dangerous. And he actually
Demarius
has a
Thomas
good-
and Eric Decker
and
have
he has
been
a good
fantastic.
they look good,
defense.
but
Broncos have a better defense right now than Peyton Manning ever did in any of his teams in
This is
Indianapolis.
true.
it's a good point.
And he has a ring, number one. Number two, he also can put up numbers
And he has
that
a decent running game, which he didn't have consistently in Indianapolis.
let's just put it this way, okay? Let's just put it
I
this
mean, it
way.
makes sense.
Out of the top 6 teams right now in the NFC, who do you see beating Denver?
Atlanta's already done it. They can do it again.
Okay.
I believe the 49ers could do it.
I agree with
I'm
that.
going to say that. And who else? Hold up. Give me a second. Green Bay, that'd be a real good game. It could happen.
Here's the issue. No, I don't think that would be a good game because I think Peyton Manning would just
Take their
completely
defense apart.
demolish their second.
Aaron Rodgers would keep up with it score-wise.
But no, I don't think that would happen either. I really think the Denver defense is much better than.
They can put a lot more pressure on Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers than I think you might have seen all
But
year.
here's the issue.
Still
Is
Aaron
we
Rodgers in the
we
playoffs.
named the Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers to possibly derail Denver. They could go to the NFC Championship together or against each other.
Oh yeah.
So I
hope
mean,
so.
it's we're looking at they're going to beat each other. And if
The only two problems I see with that are the Falcons have beat the Broncos, and they've looked good. They looked good against Drew Brees last week, 5 receptions. The Broncos are a night and day different team right now than they were at the beginning of the season.
I agree
They
because
are
he wasn't together with his
100%
team yet. Yeah.
granted,
And I think the problem with the 49ers, I think both teams could beat them. I think the Falcons and the 49ers obviously have the talent and the ability to beat them. I think the one thing that the 49ers have a problem with is scoring.
Yes.
I like Colin Kaepernick, and I like Alex Smith. I like both of those quarterbacks okay. I just don't see where the plethora of scoring is going to come when Peyton Manning he's going to put up 20-plus points on just about anybody he plays against right now.
okay.
Understandable.
Probably should have used that for a podcast idea, but good idea.
Well, we could talk playoffs.
Playoffs!
Playoffs!
That's it for the Week 14 preview, guys. For Bryce and Daniel, thanks guys for watching.